Hello and welcome to Nintendo Ninja News. I'm your host, Chris Tysis, and we're here live on YouTube. We need a haircut. We tried doing this on Facebook Live, and that was very, very popular. And we thought that we would be here to chat about stuff and things like that. So we'll see how this goes, hey? Now, I've had a bit of a busy day at work and things like that. It is literally nearly 3 days to go until the Nintendo Switch, so that's not too bad in terms of all that sort of thing. Now, I'm just typing in some messages here and there. We're just waiting for the live stream to cook up a bit. And now we shall do this now. It's just a lot of silly things here. So yeah, I've been busy working out of my head how I would do the live streaming and for the night. Now, I don't know how that's going to go, but yeah, I think what's going to happen is that I'm going to be coming home from the midnight launch, and I will do the official unboxing video for the channel, and then after that we will either do a YouTube live video or Facebook Live. Now, I'm thinking that at the moment, Facebook looks like it's winning in terms of how many viewers and people we got. And we got a lot of people interested and raving and having fun. And I think that's something that I would like to see. So we're sort of looking at some different ideas and that. Let me just check on a couple of things here. Got to get the chat box up and running here. Looking at some different. Hello, Bobby. I can see the chat box now, and I'm going to pop out the chat box and try to get that up and going. What's your work? What do I do? I work in childcare education, for those wondering what I do for work. So I work with children. So it keeps me young and it makes me tired. So there's the upside and the downside of that. Hopefully you can hear the audio and the video looks fairly decent, I would say. We're just going to share this thing to a few different groups, which is okay. So, yeah, so I've been sort of thinking about how I'm going to do the unboxing, because we've done unboxings before of the new 3DS XL. That's sort of the first real hardware one that we did, and a few 2DS bundle stuff too. But this is the big one. This is a home console / handheld. So there's a lot of a little bit of pressure on me to get this right. You can understand that. So tonight is really just an experiment to have a bit of a chit chat about stuff and to see how that goes. Keeps you tired. Try having some. What is that? I don't know. I don't know what Bobby is talking about there. The Batman guy. He's in the chat box on YouTube. So we've only got the one viewer at the moment, so this is not doing very good. So yeah, I've been pretty busy about stuff here and there, and I've got a few little goodies here and there I suppose I can show off. I think most people saw the 3DS before. You can see all sorts of different things there in the background. So it's a very, very interesting look at things. I wonder. Now, do ask me questions if you have any. I'm here on the Google Hangouts. I should move my, yeah, just moving my chair a little over to the side there. Oh, I'm feeling tired tonight. And so, yeah, the Switch is coming out the next few days. I'm going to be getting Breath of the Wild, which is cool. And the next few days, if it's available, I will get a second dock to do recordings. And I will also do, what else is there? I'm going to get a Pro controller. And I'm also going to be getting a little man bag, a little, carry bag with a strap so I can actually carry it around with me and all that sort of stuff. So it's not too bad, but that's sort of the stuff that I'll be getting. Hopefully we have more than one user watching us tonight, because that would be a bit sad. Now, what is Bobby saying? You say working with kids keeps you young but makes you tired. Well, it's amplified because because they're around with you all the time. But it sometimes gets annoying when you talk about childcare and you have parents that go and say, "Oh, but parenting's really hard. It's harder than childcare." But I'm looking after 15, 20 children with, 2 or 3 other adults. And you can't really discipline them on that sort of level. And you're dealing with all types of parents, children who may misbehave. And then you try to talk to the parents and they don't think it's such a big deal and all that sort of thing. It's a tough job. It's a pretty tough gig in all respects. But what have I also been? So yeah, so that's my working job and that. So the other things that I am looking into is other games for the Switch. I think I'll be getting some cheaper eShop games like Fast RMX. I'm not too sure about other retail games at this point. I do know that Lego City Undercover is coming on April the 4th, which is not too bad. It's about a month after the Switch. And then Mario Kart 8 Deluxe will be coming out soon. But yes, that's true. The rules on the cultures is very tough. And you also, you're looking after 15 children. You're changing nappies. You're trying to do education too and all that sort of stuff and feeding him and all that sort of stuff. You excited for the virtual console multiplayer? Bobby asks. I am. I'm pretty happy about that sort of thing and all that sort of stuff. And I think that's very cool. And I think that's going to be an interesting thing. I like to see how they do it because I'm not too sure how they're going to work that one out. Bobby, are you on Facebook? Do you do, because we have a Facebook page that's got over 700 likes, and that got, would you believe, I did a live video on there yesterday, and I shared it to a few Facebook groups, and we got over 1,200 views over an hour live stream, and we're up to 1,600 views on Facebook, which is amazing. We got a few new fans and people interested in chatting, so that was very, very exciting from that point of view. So I'm pretty happy about that in that respect. So I'm hoping that we can do something exciting from that point of view. We have shared it to a few groups, but we're not really doing very well for the stream. I'm having a bit of a struggle, I think. Yeah, I've tried. I like doing live streaming, but the problem is you try it on YouTube here and it doesn't work very well. Not many people come on, and you've got to do times and dates, and Americans might be sleeping and all that sort of stuff, and overseas people. And I tried on Facebook, and it worked out very well because there's a lot more people on, and plus it's easy for people to click on a live video there and watch it from there. Where with YouTube, it's a little difficult. I've tried other streaming services, but not many people watching. So I'm thinking that Facebook might be the way to go in terms of doing live streams there and doing the pre-recorded stuff on YouTube and trying to get people to come across to YouTube if I can. So that's a bit of a difficult thing for me. So I'm not too sure how long this broadcast has gone, but the fact that I'm not really seeing many viewers and people, it's a little disappointing. Maybe if I had 5,000 or 10,000 subscribers here, I would see a lot more people. It was around 11 p.m. last night, so it was around the same time. This is a little early. So you in Sydney? Oh wow! I'm in Canberra, so we're actually very close. I thought you might have been overseas or something. So that's crazy. How about that? So you don't live that far away from me. So it's good to see someone who and do you watch my videos regularly, Bobby? Because I'm always curious to see what people think of the videos and that. I'm always curious to see what people think about that sort of stuff. Just trying to work out some stuff here. So that's very, very cool. I am also but I don't know what to do. It's kind of weird because I'm going to be doing the Switch unboxing. I'm going to be playing Breath of the Wild for a little bit, but I'm not too sure what I'll do after that. What games should I do? What news is coming out? What can I do to keep keeping me interested, keep the channel's momentum going. So yeah, I'm sure that not everyone watches all my videos because we do pump out a couple hundred a year by the look of it. But yeah, every view really does help in terms of trying to get Nintendo Ninja News off the ground and that sort of thing. And I think my channel's done pretty well, but there's definitely some things that I would like to get better at. So that's something that I'm a little bit worried about, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what to do. This is why I don't put on the glasses, because you see the glare, the reflection. So it's a shame. I got to get new glasses too. So that's when I can afford things after the Switch comes out, because I'm so poor at the moment. So, that's what happens with the big console launch. You spend lots of money and you got to prepare yourself for that. Now I am obviously looking into a few things. Bobby, you didn't answer my question. Are you on Facebook or not? Because I like to see more people interacting on the fan page. 600. Oh, I'm only dropping. Hang on, if it's $90, I'm only dropping 560. So, decals for the Nintendo Switch. I haven't thought about doing that yet. I'm just virtually getting the console and Breath of the Wild for now. So what I'll be getting next is the second dock, the Pro controller, and the man bag, so I can take the Switch around without damaging it. I'm a little concerned about carrying the Switch around because it is more expensive in some ways. I'm trying to say something. I can't bloody link something. Okay. Yeah. So basically what I've just lost my train of thought, sorry. So yeah, those are the things I'm buying for the Nintendo Switch, and I will keep looking into what I can try to do with that. So yeah, there's the fan page there for those who want to join up. We got like 15 likes from that live stream of an hour, and that's really impressive. And we got about 4 or 5 new subscribers to YouTube from that live stream on Facebook. So I find Facebook to be a little easier because I know a lot of people on it. Twitter is a lot harder for me. I haven't really cracked Twitter very well. I do go on YouNow.com, which is a more of a youth-orientated live streaming thing, and which is kind of cool. But it's a little bit like that. You know, some streams do well, and other times it falls flat, which is a bit shame. Oh, I think you have liked the page. Thank you for that. That's another one. That's 727. Isn't that great? So I'm obviously trying to look at some of the different ideas for the Nintendo Switch. So I know I'm going to be recording Breath of the Wild. I think I will be recording Fast RMX, which is like an F-Zero game. I will definitely be doing Skyrim when that is released during this year. And I'll do Splatoon and Mario Kart and all that sort of thing too. So, but I want to do more indie games. And that was the commitment that I said to myself when the Switch came out. And I said, look, I'm going to be heating up a few indie studios and that sort of thing. I can hear my cat trapped inside a cupboard. So let me just get my cat out of the cupboard. I won't be long. Just right here. Okay, I'm not too sure where my cat is in the house, but I did hear him playing with something. Hopefully he's not stuck in... He has this habit of... I have a large cat. As you can see. Yeah. And he's sort of stuck. Yeah, he likes to jump into holes and things like that and muck around, and it's just... Oh, my God. You try to do things, hey. He's 10 years old, so... He's just a funny cat at times. But if you have any questions about the Switch or anything like that, do ask away and give me something to do on this video broadcast. I do like doing things like that. Maybe I should show up some goodies or something like that. What would you like to see in the background? A little more in focus. Participants and things like that. So Yeah. So I'm just checking on a few things here. So yeah, I've been busy with the Switch and things like that. I'll try and show off something here. Oh. Um, yeah. So over your most expensive item. Ooh. That's a good question. What would be my most expensive item here? I would say the Wii U, I guess, $430. But you could technically say the 3DS here because this has about 70 games on it. About 70 games on it. So if you added up all the digital game prices on that, I would say this console is probably worth about $1,400 in terms of games. And it's got a 64 gig card in this console. And the average card that people might get is 4 gig or 8 gig if they're going a bit crazy. So now Zachary the plumber, he's just hopped online on chat and he says, I'm a little nervous about the Switch. Tell us, Zachary, why are you so nervous about the Switch? Maybe I can calm your nerves about it because I know a fair bit about it. So I know there's a few concerns about the Joy Con desyncing issue. I think it's an issue that's been blown out of proportion in terms of, oh God, Nintendo can't fix this. Oh, you know, Nintendo is doomed. It's the end of the world. But I think that's kind of that's kind of rubbish. They can easily fix it with a little patch and solve issues like that. So I don't think it's such a bad thing. I don't think people should be panicking about that. What I'm interested to see with the Switch is I'm probably interested to see that big screen because with the XL, like this is a big screen too, and it's a nice screen. But the problem is it's in 240p screen resolution. Now I'm not something I'm not worried about. Now I'm not one to talk about graphics, and you know I'm not a PC master race obsessed with graphics. But with my eyesight, a 240p screen is a bit hard and gets pixelated. So I'm going to love that Switch screen with the 720p. He's saying it's the price, $300. It is worth the price and admission of this console. It's a very sleek console. So I think the price is actually all right. I think the accessories is the things that costs a little too much at times. Now, I'm curious about the Joy-Con disconnecting. That's not a big issue. That can be fixed in a patch. And I think Nintendo will hose out that little small fire in the corner of the house very, very quickly. We do live in a time and era where even if Nintendo makes the slightest mistake, people blow it out of proportion and, you know, Nintendo is doomed. It's the end of the world. Nintendo has a lot of problems and issues that they need to work through, but this is like the smallest. This is like a tiny issue. So I'm not concerned about that at all. So hopefully people understand that. So if you do have any other questions and things like that, So, which is great. I wonder what the amiibos will be like for the Switch, and I'm sure that they'll keep on doing it. But I'm just showing off a couple little cute things. I've got the one of the Yoshis, which looks really cute. I love the young Yoshis. Oh, there's cat hair on it. There's always cat hair everywhere here, which is cool. And this was the one that I waited outside a Target store to get the gold Mario. I don't have the silver one, but I got the gold one and thought, that would be something fun to grab, and a rare amiibo to get, which is nice to get. I mean, it's basically plastic, but it's fun. Do you own any other consoles from this generation? How do you think Nintendo will go with Switch in 3 years from now? Switch Pro, maybe. Okay, there's a few questions there, Bobby. I have a PS4. I won't get an Xbox One S because I don't see the point in getting a Microsoft console where they don't really have any exclusive games on it. How do I think the Nintendo Switch in 3 years will go? I think it will definitely sell more than the Wii U. That is selling at 14 million. I would say that it could sell around 20 to 25 million after 3 years. But that depending on, how soon they can get out Pokemon, Monster Hunter, some of those handheld games that can really shoot up the sales. So I think it will do fine over the years. Switch Pro, maybe. I think they like to keep this console released for quite a while. But you never know with Nintendo. There's always that element of unpredictability from them. So let's not. It's hard to predict what they plan to do. So, but I don't see a Switch Pro coming out for a while to go, and I don't really want to be buying a new console every 2 or 3 years. I think the almost it's like microtransactions is sort of coming into consoles. Wow, isn't 25 million over 3 years a bit conservative? I'll put it more like 50 million. 50 million. That would be 15 million per year. You're basically saying it's going to sell like the Wii. Now, I don't think it will sell like the Wii. I think that's really, really high because you're saying that it's going to sell about 16 million per year without it sliding down in sales numbers, unless you're thinking it's going to sell 25 million the first year and it will go down to something like, 15 million for the next couple of years after that. So that's probably overdoing it. Now, I'm not too sure how many units the Switch will sell. Someone has said that it will sell more than the Wii U in a year, which is 14 million. And I'm thinking, it could work out. Pent-up demand for a new portable and home console. Well, I think there's definitely demand for a home console, but I'm not too sure about a portable. It's not like I really heard people like 3DS owners going, oh my God, we need a new handheld. I think a lot of them have been quite happy with it, despite how low res the screen is and how old it is. I think a lot of people are still pretty happy with it. And I think that's testament to the longevity of the console. I mean, even with Game Boy owners who, had to wait literally, 7-8 years for the Game Boy Color to come out, I think most people were still fairly happy with it. So, but yeah, I'm keen to see how it all turns out with the console over time. So who knows, hey? So, okay. So what I think I may do is a big thank you for people who've been watching this little stream. Do join the fan page on Facebook and all that sort of thing. So I thought I'll keep this chat short. I don't think many people are actually online watching this broadcast via YouTube, but I might try in the next half an hour show, the next half an hour or so, a little live video on Facebook, and we'll see how that goes. So a big thank you for people watching the YouTube live video here. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and do check us out on Twitter. Just type on Nintendo Ninja News. You can find us there. We've got something like 110 followers there. Not too many, but you know, it's a start. So a big thank you for everyone watching this little broadcast, and we shall see you next time. There will be an NNN show coming tomorrow and the day after, the state of the NNN, which talks about what I will be doing and how this month's views have gone. They've gone a little average, and I'll explain more later on. So that's it from me, and I shall see you next time.